WJCL News presents Gridiron Live.
Good morning, football fans. Welcome to another edition of Gridiron Live. Just as we are each and every Sunday morning at this time, we're live at Wild Wing Cafe right here in the heart of City Market, as always joined by Stephanie Farad. And we do a couple things here on Sunday morning. We like to eat, so there's food. There's always a lot of fun, good folks around. But the first priority, of course, is football. It is Gridiron Live, and I'm going to start things off with college football. It was one of those big Saturdays and a lot of action.
Absolutely. We had Georgia Southern competing in their first Sun Belt Conference game in South Alabama. A tough task for them in the Sun Belt, in the conference especially. Savannah State was off, so can't win or lose, which is a good thing if you're the Tigers right now. But a lot of big games. Georgia playing South Carolina in a close game, and also you had Georgia Tech in a close game as well.
That's right. Clemson, Florida State as well late last night. But we really want to highlight that Georgia Southern matchup. Of course, this is the first year the Georgia Southern Eagles are into the Sun Belt Conference, playing from the FCS up to the FBS. So a lot of eyes on the Eagles. Of course, the big storyline going into this one, they lost to two ACC opponents by a combined 5 points, right. Georgia Tech, North Carolina State. Good news there is both of those squads are 4-0, so there's 8-0. Georgia Southern does have the big win over Savannah State, but how would they fare in their big Sun Belt Conference opener? We made the trip over to Mobile, Alabama for the highlights. Take a look.
Georgia Southern taking the field of Mobile on a historic Saturday night. The Eagles playing in their first ever Sun Belt Conference game. The Eagles defense setting the tone early against South Alabama. Jay Ellison registering the first quarter sack for Southern. Final play of the first quarter, Eagles going to grab the lead. Matt Breida bumps it to the outside, and he's gone 64 yards for the touchdown. Breida has scored the Eagles' first touchdown in 4 straight games. It was 7-0. Second quarter, the Eagle offense going to the air. Kevin Ellison throwing for B.J. Johnson, who somehow hauls in the pass. What concentration. That's a pickup of 48 yards. Couple plays later, Georgia Southern extending their lead. L.A. Ramsby getting the call. He goes in from a couple yards out with the point after. It was 14-0. Later in the first half, South Alabama going to strike back on 4th and 5. Brandon Bridge hits Chavarez Smith, who breaks the tackle and takes it to the house. The 28-yard touchdown. Going to get the Jags on the board. They would miss the extra point. It was 14-6 at the half. Third quarter, the Eagle offense on the move again. South Alabama bringing some pressure. Ellison going to tuck, and he's going to run. When all is said and done, Ellison going to pick up 37 yards down to the Jag 1-yard line. Couple plays later, it's Breida scoring his second touchdown of the night with the point after. It was 21-6. Move to the fourth quarter, several turnovers by both squads. This one the biggest. South Alabama's pass going to be picked off by Edward Jackson, but Jackson, he ain't satisfied with just a pick. He's going to bring it back. He's going to weave in and out of traffic. When all is said and done, Jackson returns the interception 48 yards deep into Jaguar territory. The offense comes on the field, and they're going to seal the deal. Ellison on the keeper. He finds the end zone from 6 yards out, and that's going to do it. Georgia Southern wins their first ever Sun Belt Conference contest. Eagles down South Alabama 28-6 to move to 2-2 on the season.
A big W for us, and this is a great way to start off Sun Belt Conference play.
We had those 2 close ACC games that we had lost, so we were ready for this game to come out and prove we can do in the Sun Belt, and this was just a big boost game for us to go into the rest of the Sun Belt in the season.
Our coaches really put on us, that finish. What we have to do is finish, and that's what we really did tonight. So.
Easy day at the office for the Georgia Bulldogs. They were hosting Troy, 14-0 Dogs. Sonny Michael up the middle, and he's off to the races. He's going to be taken down inside the 10 after picking up 75 yards. Bulldogs will go ahead to get in the end zone to go up 21-0. Second quarter, Isaiah McKenzie taking the punt, and he's going to go right and then cut back left, and he will be gone. 52 yards for the touchdown, 31-0. Third quarter, 45-0 Dogs. Hudson Mason pump fakes and throws to the corner, and Michael Bennett will pull down the touchdown. Bulldogs cruise over Troy, 66-0. The final. South Carolina in Nashville taking on Vanderbilt. Here's South Carolina kicking off. Darius Sims, 91 yards for the touchdown for Vanderbilt. They were on top, 7-0 quick-like. Third and goal at the South Carolina 8. Peyton Robinette passes to C.J. Duncan for the touchdown. It was 14-0 Commodores. Second quarter, back come the Gamecocks. 1st and 10 at the Vanderbilt 29. Dylan Thompson going to hit Demir Bird for the touchdown. 14-10 game at that point. 2nd and 6, Wade Freebeck. Pass going to be intercepted by Brisson Williams. Is going to return it 53 yards for the touchdown. South Carolina went on top 17-14. And the Gamecocks going to pick up the win in this one, 48-34 the final. Georgia Tech paying a visit to Virginia Tech. Head to the fourth quarter. Hokies have the ball. They lead 16-10, but Paul Davis going to come up with the interception. He's going to take it the other way for the pick six. 41 yards in all. Georgia Tech taking a 17-16 lead. Then the Hokies getting lucky here. Ball going to be fumbled, but Michael Brewer going to pick it up, and he'll be in for the touchdown after the 2-point conversion. It was Virginia Tech on top 24-17. With just 2 minutes left, Justin Thomas with the easy pass to DeAndre Smelter for the 31-yard reception and score, tying the game up at 24. Hokies driving. Brewer going to be picked off by B.J. White. Georgia Tech marching down the field, and then Harrison Buckner going to make the 24-yard field goal as time expires. Georgia Tech with a big road win over Virginia Tech, 27-24 the final.
All right, so there you go, some of the action from Saturday's college football, and the big one now coming up for Georgia Southern. They're 1-0 in conference play. Now it's a quick week. Thursday night, they'll host rival Appalachian State out at Paulson Stadium. That one's going to be nationally televised on ESPNU. So they were rivals in the SoCon. They're going to continue to be rivals in the Sun Belt Conference. And here it is, this season's matchup coming up Thursday night, short week for both the Eagles and the Mountaineers.
That's right. We'll have to see how Georgia Southern reacts. And you said they're not even taking a day off. They are out there practicing today, getting ready for App State. So it should be an exciting one. Always is between these two squads. But we have a lot more to talk about. Of course, high school football on Friday it rained, the weather.
Mother Nature won Friday.
Mother Nature won Friday. A lot of games postponed. A lot of games were in delay for a long time, but we still had some great matchups there. We're going to take a look at all that when we come back to Gridiron live from Wild Wing Cafe in City Market. Stick around.
And welcome back to Gridiron Live. Getting ready for round number 2 of the wing eating competition here at Wild Wing. Of course, last week we had one person qualify for the finals. I think we may have some even bigger eaters this week.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, we got some guys that look very serious about what's about to happen here at Wild Wings.
We're looking forward to it, and you know what? A lot of teams were looking forward to playing high school football on Friday night. Mother Nature had other thoughts. You had some games that were postponed, some that were canceled, some didn't kick off until close to 11 o'clock at night.
Absolutely. There were still some games. You were lucky. You kind of traveled out west and got some games as BC was playing. We also had some big games in town that actually did play through their entirety, but let's take a look at some of the action from Friday night. We start this week's Chevy Tailgate Tour Game of the Week as ECI taking on Claxton. ECI backed into their own goal line after a kick return. Then Rhett Gay is going to be sacked inside the end zone for the safety for Claxton. They take the 2-0 lead. First play of offense for the Tigers now. Cornelius Taylor looking to go deep. He throws the ball, but this one is going to be picked off by Jermichael Jackson. So ECI will have the ball once again. 2 plays later, a bad handoff, and Devontae Reynolds will pick it up and go in for the score for Claxton. They take a 9-0 lead over ECI. A nice run here by Michael Walker for the first down as ECI starts moving the ball, and then it will be Michael Sutton punching it in, making it a 9-7 game. But Claxton, they go on to win this one 29-23, the final. It would be a wet night in Savannah as Pierce County takes on Jenkins. We're going to be scoreless in the first quarter. Bears getting things started off with the run game. Joshua Henderson with a nice pickup for the first down. Next up, Jamar Lincoln. He's going to call his own number, and he'll make his way to the end zone. Mark him up for 6. 2-point after would be good. Pierce County takes the 8-0 lead. Warriors' turn now on offense. Chris Brinson does his best Shady McCoy impression as he bounces one to the outside to make something out of nothing. That drive would end up stalling. So now the Bears with the ball once again. The handoff going to Michael Bush, who takes this one all the way to the house, but a false start would bring this play back. They'd be in a lightning delay for over an hour as this game would be tied at 15, but it would be Pierce County that wins in overtime 18-15, the final. The Bacon County Raiders looking to slow down the Benedictine Cadets Friday. The Raiders, here they are going for it on 4th down. A bad snap, Benedictine with the stop and the turnover on downs. So the Cadet offense looking to get to work. A nice pass to John Kennedy, who's going to get it and then makes a few moves and finds some open ground. He's going to go inside the Bacon 10-yard line. Then it's going to be Kennedy once again, this time giving the Cadets the lead with this touchdown run. It will be 7-0 BC. Second quarter, Kennedy doing it one more time. Here he is heading to the goal once again. And it will be another touchdown as he finds some room on the sideline. 13-0 Benedictine. The Cadets, they go on to blank Bacon County 47-0 the final.
And welcome back to Gridiron Live. As we were saying before, we had to take a quick break. We got to introduce you to this week's Enmark Player of the Week, St. Andrews running back who had quite a performance. Go ahead and take a look.
Talk about your Iron Man. Not talking about this guy. Try St. Andrews Jr. Caleb Temptation. Back on Friday night, Caleb turned in quite a performance, helping the Lions beat First Baptist 36-22 up in Charleston. His big night also earned him Enmark Player of the Week honors.
He was a true Iron Man. We got the ball back with 4:38 in the game, and he carried the ball 8 consecutive times so we could finish out the game with the ball and the victory. And that's after not coming off the field the entire game.
Take a listen to these stats. Temptation rushed for 334 yards and had 4 touchdowns. He had 2 two-point conversions, completed a 41-yard pass, and if that's not enough, on defense, he registered 12 tackles and had an interception.
Never stepped off the field the entire game. One of the best individual performances I've seen in my 26 years as a head coach, as a coach.
Now, Caleb not able to pick up his award because he's on a field trip with his St. Andrews classmates this week. Coach Dixon says, a little R&R? Well, it's well-deserved as the Lions enjoy a bye week.
We're counting on much more from Caleb as he's just a junior. We expect many more great games out of him.
Graphic, right to the graphic. Okay, well, here's a look at this week's candidates for Enmark Player of the Week. We're going to start with Memorial Day's running back, Mickey Habershan, who ran for 182 yards on 17 carries. He added 4 touchdowns to that as the Blue Thunders win over Bullock Academy. Savannah Christian quarterback Josh Chamley had 240 yards of combined offense and 2 touchdowns in the Raiders' 50-0 win over Trutland. Another quarterback, South Effingham's Tyler Poolham, went 9 for 17 with 206 yards passing and 2 touchdowns in the Mustangs' first ever win over Statesboro. And Savannah Country Day quarterback Hunter Hatley threw for 3 touchdowns and 183 yards of passing in the Hornets' win over Montgomery County. Well, now it's time to toss it over to Frank, and we've got some wings to eat, I believe.
That's right, and of course, real quick, you can go online now and go ahead and vote for this week's Enmark Player of the Week. We got some players here on a Sunday morning. 4 gentlemen that are up to the challenge. Of course, last week we started the wing eating competition here at Wild Wing. That was round 1. Now we have our next group of candidates. Again, one of these gentlemen is going to move into the finals. Here it is. 2 minutes. We got our wings here. Now again, you get 1 point for each regular wing. 1 point for each regular wing. Then you got the hottest of the hot. Stephanie, tell us about it.
That's right. You got 5 Braveheart wings, and you're going to get 2 points for each one of those that you eat. So a couple different strategies that you can use here, but let's get to meet some of these eaters. What's your name and where are you from?
Trip, and I'm from Savannah. I actually work here and serve here.
Oh, so he's got some inside knowledge.
He might have had a little bit extra training. I don't know. Sir?
I'm Ron, and I'm from Savannah.
Okay.
All right, guys. Name?
Joey.
Joey, where are you from?
From Ohio. Yes, sir.
From Ohio. Very good. And the bearded one. Name? Where are you from?
Adam Gazda, Charlotte, North Carolina, home of the Carolina Panthers.
All right, so we got Carolina Panthers in the house. We got Buckeyes in the house. We got a Wild Wing guy in the house.
That's right.
I don't know who to put our money on. Again, got 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes to eat as many. Then we're going to take a break. We're going to count them up. Winner moves on into the next round. Now, here's the thing. One of you gentlemen is going to get a $25 gift certificate today, and then you're going to qualify for the big Mama Jamma here in a couple weeks, a year's worth of Wild Wing.
Absolutely. Well, let's get this thing started. We're going to go. Are you guys ready? Everyone's ready. Okay, in 3, 2, 1.
Get on it. Okay, different strategies now. Again,
Some guys going for the regular wings.
You can
Some
just go
guys
for the regular
going
wings and try to get the quantity, or you go for the quality. The 5 of the hottest, the Bravehearts, and you go ahead and you get those 2 points. So we've got Bravehearts here, and they're y'all go ahead and get them up for them.
Swallow, Joey.
And somebody get some Pepto too, because it's going to need it after this. Some Rolaids or. All right, Steph, what do we got? About a minute and a half left?
No, yeah, about a minute and a half.
All right, so we're about 30 seconds into it. Dig deep.
I'm seeing some different strategies.
Just swallow it, Joey.
Going to the have-tos. Okay, see, this is a much faster pace than last week.
Yes.
These
guys are taking it to another level today.
Go, Joey. Come on, Joey. Come on. Stick in your butt. Go, swallow. Let's go. Put it in your mouth.
1 minute. 1 minute left.
1 minute left. Dig deep.
It looks like a close race from what I can see so
The
far.
Bravehearts are going down left and right on this end.
Oh, boy.
But that's a lot of wings, a lot of bones right there.
45 seconds.
Again, we got a gift certificate on the line for today's winner and a spot in the finals here in a couple weeks.
And a chance for all that money to Wild Wings, a year's worth of Wild Wings. So if you aren't having enough wings now,
just wait.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left. Tell you what, this group is a fast pace.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Cram them in.
And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time.
Wings down.
Oh man. I'm seeing some empty plates over here.
Now, what's in your mouth counts. What's in your mouth counts. So go ahead and just kind of simmer it. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to count up some bones and see who's moving on to the finals and who's today's big winner. You're watching Gridiron Live. Stick around.
Eating competition is over, and it was a close one. We have one guy here. He has only 13 wings left. He ate all the Bravehearts and about 7 other wings, and then there's
Joey
some
over here.
confusion
Okay,
over
now
there.
here's part of it. There's good form with it, and Joey was going lights out. But as you notice, there's a lot of meat left on these bones. That's not eating a wing.
I'm heartbroken.
He's but he did wipe out all the Bravehearts. But he's going to come up short today. Trip is today's winner.
Trip works at Wild Wings. Now, did you prepare for this?
No, I was thrown into this morning because somebody didn't show up.
For someone who just is thrown in,
So
that's
he was
pretty,
thrown
good
into
eating
it. He did not prepare. And so did you have a strategy? Did you eat all the Braveheart first?
No, I ate those last.
Ate the Braveheart last. So you just went to town, then ate all the Bravehearts. So, I mean, I guess can you hang out here and eat wings for a year if you win it all?
Hopefully. I mean, that hopefully works out best for me because then I don't have to pay for any of my food here.
There you go.
All right, so round 2 is in the can. So now we have 2 guys already into the finals coming up here in a couple weeks. Again, if you want to take part in the wing, look, not only do you get to eat the wings, you get to compete for a chance for the big money. You get to finish your wing. I mean, Joey's over there still doing damage, so I mean, that's part of it. That's your parting gift. You get to finish your wing. So there you go. Again, you can come on down to Wild Wing here in City Market, register all week long. We'll pull names out of the hat. 4 folks going to be here next Sunday when we go to round number 3.
That's right. As you see, there's many different strategies to happen. So come down here, eat some wings. If you don't finish them all, take them home.
That's right. We'll see you next Sunday. Bye, everyone.